Yo, what up, everybody? New Snapshot 19w08a. New mob. Brown Mooshrooms. Look at you. You look like you've been playing in dirt the last 6 hours. Yikes. He still sounds like a cow. Or mushroom, whatever he is. Anyways, it's me, Steve. Yeah, Logdotzip went on a trip. He won't be back. Nah, I'm just kidding. You guys are so gullible. It's me, Logdotzip. I just have my skin on. Welcome to the latest snapshot. We got a nice little setup today. As you saw, there's new mobs added in the latest snapshot for the 1.14 Village and Pillage updates. But not only that, but check out this gorgeous steed. He's wearing a brand new type of armor. Whoresome! Purpley goodness. Only comes in purple, by the way. So if you don't like the color purple, you're out of luck. Also, I'm lying. You can get it in basically any color dye you want. As well as a few other changes that we're going to be covering in today's snapshot video. Let's jump in. Oh, right. You're probably feeling a little naked. You can have your armor back. You happy? What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Huh? What are you doing? Like, try to attack me by swinging his neck at me. It's because he's not used to me. Anyways, welcome to Snapshot 19w08a. To the left, we have a new mob. Question mark. No, it's confirmed. We have a new mob. Well, not really new. Hey, don't contradict me. This sign is ridiculous. But a variant of an old one. So, right, in fairness, it's a reskin of Mooshrooms. They're brown Mooshrooms. Brown Mushroom spawn egg. Now, oddly enough, there's not an actual spawn egg for this mob just yet, or we're not even necessarily sure that there's going to be a spawn egg for this. If we go into creative mode, you can see exactly what I'm talking about here. So miscellaneous tab, here's where all the different spawn eggs go, right. So mushroom, and notice they're all by alphabetical order, G, H, L, M, N, L, P, Q, blah, blah, blah. So you'd think that brown mushroom spawn egg would be right between Blaze and Cat, but it's not. So in our last snapshot, we covered the release of the new fox mob. This is normally what fox mobs will look like when you find them in game. If you happen to be in a snowy biome, though, there's a chance that you'll get this rare snowy fox mob instead, which actually just happens to be a color variant of the same mob. So, for example, we got a fox spawn egg right here. We spawn in, we get a normal old fox, right. If I were to middle click this, as you'd expect, you'll get another fox spawn egg. But even if I middle click the white one, you still get a fox spawn egg, and when we try and summon one with that, it is the normal orange. If you want more information on these adorable little creatures, then you can click the eye in the corner to catch the last week's snapshot. With that, though, brown mushrooms work in a similar way. See, this is not a real spawn egg. One of my developers, Ethan Velvoxel, made a fake spawn egg. There's no real spawn egg for this. If we middle click this, we get a regular mushroom spawn egg. Now, how can you summon these guys in then? Well, there's a simple command. Focus your attention on my typing area down below. I'm gonna type it for you right now. Summon. Then you put in mushroom. Boom. And one of these, and one of these, and one of these, and those are relative coordinates. And then you'll put a little bracket here. Type. Speaking of, I can't do that too well. And then you'll go brown. And that is going to indicate to the MBT data that you're adding in right here that you want the brown variant of this mob. And so there you go. You've got your brown mushroom. And to save you some time over here, if you did want a white fox variant, it's going to work the same way. You'll type in the summon command for the fox, and then at the end, you'll put type snow, and you'll get a nice snow fox. Oh, look how fast they move. But okay, so that means they work with MBT data, and there are differences. So then are there any other differences with the brown mushrooms versus the red mushrooms? Okay, let's find out. First things first, we gotta milk these suckers. Yo, I'm pretty sure his eyes just got wider when I said that. Hers, I guess. When you use an empty bowl on a mushroom, you get mushroom stew. Look at it. It's beautiful. Heals pretty decently, doesn't stack. Overall, would not recommend. But it is infinite free food if you happen to capture one of these. Does it work on the brown mushrooms? Yes, it does. It looks like the same type. Okay, so how about where they live? So we found a mushroom island biome. Mushroom island biome, sorry. You know, mushrooms, kind of the same stuff. Let's see if there's any brown mushrooms spawning in. Because right now I've only seen red. It'll be very curious. Maybe they forgot to allow them to spawn in. We are in the latest snapshot, like I said, 19w08a. Odd. I wonder... I still haven't seen any. Maybe it's not added in yet officially. You know, for a while they had a couple they still haven't added the illusioner in a spawning way. And who knows when that's gonna happen. Or maybe they did. Does it spawn in now in the later waves of raids? I want to say it does. I don't remember exactly. Well, I'll be. I totally thought that they'd be spawning in here. So you might only be able to get that brown mushroom by summoning it in via command. At least for now. I'm sure in the later snapshots and the eventual release, they'll make it spawnable and maybe even get its own spawn egg. It's hard to tell. It's kind of like cats. There's lots of different cat variants, but there's only one cat egg. And finally, in terms of drops, that drops beef. This drops beef and leather. Whoa, revelation, baby, we got more drops. Wait, do these, okay, they drop leather too. Okay, never mind. So that's brown mushroom eggs, and we move on. But speaking of things that are brown, Lady Agnes, one of the Minecraft Java Edition developers on Twitter, recently posted that she added in a much needed Minecraft feature that's been ported over from the Bedrock edition of the game, which is namely leather horse armor. Bum, bum, bum. Leather horse armor joins the already existing horse armors with diamond, iron, as well as gold. And I might be mistaken here, but I think they modified the existing gold and iron and diamond ones to have plating on the legs. I don't remember it being there, and if you look at the specific item icons for the horse armor, you'll notice that they've got a little extra line. You see that down there? A little pixel longer than the leather horse armor. Maybe that's to imply that it covers the legs, because if we look at this horse armor, I can't tell if it's actually covering the legs of the horse or if the horse just has brown legs. Oh, no, I'm wrong. But herein lies the beauty. You can craft leather horse armor. It's the first horse armor you can craft. How do you craft it? Our brown mushroom friends know. To make it is simple enough. You draw an H with leather. I don't know if this is kind of inside joke. I would have guessed that that was the recipe. Kind of looks like a horse, but hey, H is for horses too, you know. Leather horse armor. And again, the most beautiful part of all, you can dye it. Check it out. Oh, yeah. Yo, I'm about to go to town on this. It works how you'd expect any other leather armors to work when it comes to dyeing. Throw your dye of choice into a crafting table. It doesn't have to be the 3x3, and you can dye your horse armor. But more importantly, you can combine the colors of the horse armor. Ooh, that one looks nice. Looks like a periwinkle, or maybe not periwinkle. More of an like atmospheric layer blue. Anyways, let's go ahead and just put this on. Oh, I threw the wrong one. Oh, boy. There we go. You're looking nice. So now you're going to have serious horse armor color combinations. You can finally go to war with these things, but you probably shouldn't. War is bad. Okay, so here's a look at all of the different color options available. These are all pure dyes, just one type of each dye used on each type of horse armor. We've got our brown, and oddly enough, we'll show you over there that this looks different from the normal leather armors. You can, yes, dye the leather armor brown. Red, pink, magenta, we've got yellow, dark green, light green, we've got the orange one, you've got Citrus Squad over here, we've got Ocean Wave. These are my racing teams, by the way. don't bet, kids. Anyways, you got teal, you got cyan, you got blue, you got purple, you got your black and whites over here. This is the black armor, this is the white armor, gray, dark gray, and then over here you can see, look, this is undyed leather horse armor. And right next to it is the brown horse armor, which, wait, do they look the same? And, yeah, I don't know. I think there's the slightest change in color where the brown horse armor is just a little bit darker. Yeah. You can even tell in the shades of the armor on the item bar. Those are the two major updates for the snapshot this week. There were a couple more changes that we're going to cover in today's video that are slightly major, but if you want a full list and that changelog, check the description of today's video where you can find a link to the snapshots page with all the bug fixes and everything else. So, some fixes right here are that invisibility potions now work properly. For a long time, and we saw this a couple snapshots ago with the Wandering Trader being added in, certain mobs could see you despite you being invisible, and obviously that passed on to some other mobs as well, and I am now stuck. We're gonna spawn in some Wandering Traders here, and if you saw my last snapshot video, you'd know that when it turns night, they drink potions of invisibility, and now they cannot be seen. Now, apparently this snapshot has fixed it so that these zombies won't see these Wandering Traders. And we will, okay, and it looks like, we're gonna have to send this snapshot back. Send it back! Something is still not right here. Now we're gonna have to punish these guys. Now, it may have been for players specifically. I'm not entirely sure. I'm literally just reading signs. It also could be that we unnaturally spawned in these zombies. Maybe a wandering villager that spawned naturally wouldn't be seen by a zombie that spawned naturally. But speaking of villagers, according to the snapshot change list, all villages will now spawn in with at least one iron golem. And oddly enough, if we look at this is a campfire. I did not place this campfire. So this is a nice taiga village. Let's look for a golem. Okay, didn't see one at the last village. It was kind of spawned in weird. Maybe we missed it somehow. We're at a new village. We see cats spawning in. We see villagers spawning in. Entering this command will teleport all iron golems in the area to me, and it says no entity was found. So it looks like they may not be spawning in either. I'm gonna try a couple more villages. All right, we've got one right here. Okay, so it looks like it might be a little bit finicky. Maybe it depends on how many doors are in the village, because I think that it was dependent before on how many villagers were in a village, and the more doors are in a village, probably more the villagers in the village. So your results may vary until they iron out all the kinks. But ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it for today's Snapshot 19w08a. Colored horse armor, brown mushrooms. Between those two updates, which one do you prefer? Let me know in the comment section below. Subscribe for future Snapshot content, and we'll see you later. Oh yeah, leave a like.